Aaron, what's the most dangerous thing you've ever done?
Shit, I mean, I don't know if I should. I should, but the most dangerous thing I've done is also the most stupid thing I've ever done. So me and a friend were going up to an airport in Erbil in Kurdistan in northern Iraq. It's not very often you're in Kurdistan, you know. The opportunities aren't very wide ranging to travel in Kurdistan. And they went, "Shall we go get a coffee in town?" There are a couple of problems with this. One, none of us had data on our mobile phones, so navigation was challenging to say the least. And Erbil is the oldest continually occupied city in the world. So the streets are designed for vehicles that are the width of a horse's ass. And we are in a big Yank F-150. So driving through these streets that are positively fucking medieval. And I actually took out a dude's wing mirror, and there was this nice new Prado sat on the side of the road. And if you've got a new Prado in Erbil, you know, you probably, I don't know, local celebrity or something. But I tipped his wing mirror and ripped the prick off. And I was like, fuck. So I was driving down the road, and then this guy's chasing me. Like, he's hopped in and he's fucking chasing me. And he's like shouting at me to pull over. So I find somewhere to pull over, and then there's this Kurd. He knows fucking no English whatsoever, and he's just shouting at me, and he's like fucking berating the fuck out of me. And I'm just like, hey, very sorry, very sorry, very sorry, very sorry, very sorry. Then this guy, who's getting frustrated with the fact that I don't speak Kurd and he doesn't speak English, gets his son out of the car. And holy shit, his son must go to the best school, the best foreign school in all of Kurdistan, because he speaks English better than we do. It's like this 8-year-old kid. And he's laughing his ass off because he's like, ha, my dad is very angry at you. And I'm like, mate, I can fucking tell. And he comes back and he's like, my dad wants to know who you are and why you are here. And I'm like, mate, I'm just doing work, all right? Like, don't worry about it. And then it's at that point, I think the father kind of thinks that, you know, we might be foreigners who have, you know, we're pasty white guys with funny accents and short haircuts. He's probably like, maybe I don't want to cause an incident with these guys. So my father's like, okay, I can't remember what he said, but he's like, my father's very angry with you, but you can go now. And I was like, holy shit, like, I'm not going to get arrested and thrown in a Kurdistani prison. So we're just like, you know what, shit, we were looking for a shawarma. We wanted a nice Kurdish shawarma because, hey, you know, while you're in Kurdistan, you want to try shawarma. But we were like, fuck it, we'll just go back to base because I don't want anything else to happen that might get me arrested by local police while literally no one in Australia knows we're here. And I'm driving, but nav is hard, right? Because you're in this medieval city, everyone's driving like a madman. Like, holy shit, they drive over there like it's nobody's business. And my mate, who's trying to navigate based off a paper map and try and get us back to the airbase, is like, you need to turn right now. And I'm like, a complete wrong lane. So I'm like, fuck, I got to get in front of the traffic. Floor it. 5-litre V8 in the old F-150 burbling at the top of her lungs. Race in front of traffic just in time to get to the corner, and I have to lay on the brakes to turn this corner. And I stand on the brakes in the middle of Erbil, and nothing happens because the throttle is stuck wide open. It is screaming at full noise. And there's a cafe in the opposite corner. The diagonal opposite of this corner is a cafe where like 100 local Kurdistanis are having their morning coffee as me is barreling down towards them in 2.5 tons of F-150 that won't stop because the throttle is stuck open on the red line at $5,000, probably pinging off the limiter. So I'm standing on the brake going, fuck, shitting myself. I have to put both feet on the brake and the wheels, like the brakes lock up. And finally, like, I'm about 0.5 meter from the first table at this cafe when the engine stops, comes back down off the limiter. Like, it must have just got stuck open because this poor thing was sitting in the dirt and dust and wind on the edge of the airfield for like years without ever having to drive anywhere serious. And me and my mate sort of look at each other, and there's like all these surprised people in the cafe, like, what the hell? Did we just get run over by some Yankee in a bloody F-150?